Robin.
Morning, everyone. Morning.
Doodly-doo, Scoobity-dee-da. Hi, everyone.
Friday.
It's Friday. Feeling pretty good about that. But, there is just a dark cloud over this Friday.
Why? What's the dark cloud?
I gotta just shoulder the burden of this Egypt thing.
Yeah, I know.
All right, I forgot about it.
Well, I know the people are frustrated in Tahrir Square.
Tahrir.
I think it's Tahrir.
Yeah.
I'm frustrated watching this because I want the big, the big ending.
The big payoff.
There's no payoff to this stupid TV show.
It's like everything else. It's like The Sopranos, like Lost.
Yes.
I want this show to have a good ending.
It's just dragging on and on. I think they went a little too long with the episodes.
Too long. Yeah,
they went one season too long.
One season.
Like, will you fucking drag this guy out of the palace?
Hang him up by his heels.
What are you waiting for?
And cheer, and then go about your business.
Stop being confused. He's not leaving. Go to the palace and get him.
Yeah, do something. Did they finish their prayers?
Yeah, they're in the middle of prayers.
Now they're
when we got into work, and now they're cheering, and just go get him.
Well, the story, right back in the news, though, huh?
Yeah, I heard the military on my way in today. They're sort of protecting the palace, but they're hinting that they might have left a couple holes open.
Really?
So they could get a little closer. Because the military, they're saying that they're backing Mubarak, but they're certainly not really showing it. They're doing like the bare minimum.
This is, quite a stalemate.
So I'm wondering if within the military there's some division.
Probably.
I'm wondering if there's a lot of arguing going on in the military.
Well, Mubarak came on last night, pretty late last night.
He fucked over the world.
Yeah.
Did you saw before he talked, obviously, where Obama's joking and smiling like, "Oh, we're about to witness history in the making."
And
and they're interviewing everybody in the square, and they're like, "This is a great day for Egypt."
Oh, they're all happy. He's leaving.
Right.
This is going to be great.
Rachel Maddow put on her best man suit and got all gussied up.
Oh, boy.
Anderson Cooper.
He turned over his bar stool so 3 friends could sit and watch with him.
Right.
That old gag.
Wolf Blitzer almost said we don't have a situation here because this is being taken care of.
I heard he brought in 15 new screens behind him to really just show every angle.
And then all of a sudden he starts talking, and then halfway through you're like, "Oh, my God, this guy's not leaving."
I was like,
holy shit.
He comes on, he starts talking, everybody's like, here it comes, the historic resignation, the step-down speech. And then as you're watching, you're going, I'm not sure if this translator's getting everything right, or maybe I'm not understanding, it's getting lost in the translation or something, but I don't think he's leaving.
Right.
And then by the end of it, it's like, oh, he's not leaving at all.
Well, you could tell, fuck the translation, because, there was, a couple 100,000 people that knew exactly what he was saying.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe the CNN or the MSNBC or the Fox translator might have been a little shaky.
A little off.
But, man, all you had to do is see the picture behind the speech, and you realize, uh-oh.
Yeah, it's like, oh, boy, they are not happy.
So he gave the power to the vice president who he put into place.
Some of the powers, yeah.
Some of the powers.
Yeah.
But then they're saying, though, he could take the power back anytime he wants, which makes this a complete joke to the people of Egypt.
And he said he made a vow to Egypt to stay in office until September. And that is what he is doing. He's staying in until free and open elections will be held in September, which I'm sure will be free and open and so legitimate with him still there.
And he can be part of the open elections again.
Of course he can, or his sons, or whatever.
Any of that stuff could happen.
And the influence that he has over people, you kind of corral them with fear and money and things like that. That's why I don't think it'll be quite a democratic, free and open election.
Course not. He might make the percentages slightly better for the people.
Yeah.
So instead of winning by 98.9%, he'll win by 92%.
But there'd be a Mubarak in there.
Yeah.
There'd be a Mubarak.
Did he say something like over my dead body yesterday, too?
It was kind of like...
Did he say, I'm going to die in Egypt?
Yeah,
or,
he said he's not leaving. He's not leaving, so he pretty much put exile out of the picture. And he will stay in Egypt, and he will be buried there. When he dies, that's it. He will be buried in Egyptian soil because he's proud of Egypt and bloody, bloody, blah. And that's it. And then he goes off and the people get pissed, and then the new vice president / maybe president comes out and told people to go home.
Yeah, that was my favorite part.
Go home.
Nothing to see
Nothing
here.
to see here. Turn off your satellite televisions because they're troublemakers.
They're troublemakers and they're influencing you.
Yes.
Go back to your jobs.
When he told them to shut their TVs off.
He sounded a lot like the dope down the hall. I got it.
Shut it off.
I hear what you guys are saying. I got it.
Nothing to see here.
Everything's going to change. I got it.
And Mubarak was promising change, and don't worry, he blew out some numbers of some amendments of their constitution, and we took care of number 15, 16, 17, 22. I don't know.
Just fucking drag him out of that palace.
Well, here's the deal now.
It seems like there's enough people there that want to die for the cause, so there you go. Go for it, man. Someone's got to go for it.
Yeah.
Someone's got to start it. You're going to lose your life, but the people behind you, man, they're going to be all in, and they're going to drag that old man out of that fucking palace by his ball bag.
Here's what's got to happen, though, because it's a stalemate right now. You got the military that no one's sure if they're loyal to Mubarak or the people. And then you got the people who are protesting. They want Mubarak out. They're not leaving. If anything, more are showing up. So you can't just have that, which has shut the country down completely.
Right.
The unions have stopped working. There's no food in the markets. Their stock market is closed. Their money is plummeting, and nothing's getting done. Mm-hmm. They can't go on like this. So something's got to give one way or another. Either Mubarak or the vice president has to see if the military's with them and send them in and quell this, or the people have to attack the palace, literally drag him out of there, and put anyone in place, some kind of a interim government, maybe run by the military brass.
Well, let's put the scenario in Tropico and see how it plays out.
Yes. The new Tropico isn't out yet, so we got to wait for that. But it's
can't
coming
go
out
old school.
soon,
We can't go old school.
We could
Tropico?
go old school. El Presidente, the people are angry.
Right. I think in old school Tropico, you see those tiny little dots that are supposed to be people firing guns already.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I don't know where they're supposed to get their guns in Egypt.
And then you got to click on your tanks and move them in, and click on your military and send them in to just squash the protest.
Doesn't seem like they have a lot of guns in Egypt.
No.
They have the rocks.
The people.
Why aren't the Egyptians pitching in the major leagues? It was just a dumb thought I had last night.
Good arms.
If you have so many people that know how to throw rocks, you got to think one of these guys could throw 100 miles an hour.
Any rock throwing country,
Why aren't they in the major leagues?
A little too wild. The people from Hamas.
Maybe because they could only throw at heads.
They could only throw at head, and then the pitcher would be out there wearing a bread hat with a baseball logo on the front. Wouldn't that be great? Like a big bread hat with a Boston's Red Sox logo.
Well, you have to change because when you go to take your bat, you got to put on your batting bread.
Your batting bread with one ear covered, and then when you're pitching, you need some bread where you can put a little Vaseline underneath your bread brim.
You think that's the only way they could pitch?
And just a Yankees bread logo.
Yeah. It's the only way they could pitch is to fucking get their weird helmets on.
You know what they do? They put their bread hat in a toaster and toast the logo on the front.
That's
and then you can wear it.
Oh, like how they make a depression so that everything toasts around it and you get a nice line?
Right, you get a nice line through it. And then during the game, you could peel off a little piece, put it in your mouth, and put it in between your cheek and gum for real bread pleasure.
Pitcher could put a little butter on his get it on his thumb.
And the guy goes, I ate bread and butter. What are you talking about? I'm not throwing a spitball or nothing.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. So this has to end the stalemate in one way or another, but it's got to end with some type of violence.
You were just talking about, bread helmet guy again.
Bread helmet guy.
This guy
I love him.
This guy just tweeted Patrice as the breadhead man. Look at this.
Patrice is breadhead. Hey, smiling Patrice.
He did it
wearing a bread helmet.
He did pretty good, man.
Bread helmet with his arms up in the air.
I'd promote your Twitter, but there's like underscores and all sorts of shit going on.
Why would you pick a name like that?
With that line that goes low.
Oh, I
Breeze 27.
Is that underscore?
I don't know. Is it an
underscore? Hate the underscore. We use so many keys now that you never used on a typewriter
but
or stuff like that. The internet has introduced keys that just never got used.
if you ever saw an old typewriter, the one, you can't call it a letter, the one key on the typewriter that would be brand spanking new is the @ key.
The ampersand.
Everything else would be worn out.
Yeah, you didn't use that.
Never. And like you said, I think last week, it is the most used key on every keyboard now.
It really made a fucking comeback.
Wow, did it.
It went from adding machines in accountant's office. You sold 1,000 widgets at 53 cents a piece.
If you ever, when we were growing up, if you saw that @ sign, you know you were dealing with a nerd.
It was boredom.
Boredom, even better, boredom.
Now it's like, wow, okay, really?
So
you got to use it every day.
I'm frustrated by this Egypt thing.
And
it's not about me.
Something's got to give.
But as a TV watcher, I want something to happen.
Yeah. There's tanks in there.
But they're just like...
But they've been sitting there forever.
And they keep yelling, we're one with the people. And
we're one with the army. Egypt Army says ready to lift state of emergency. What does that mean?
I don't know what that means. I really don't know. Because what does that mean?
I don't know.
You think the people are paying, are obeying a state of emergency thing?
They're enraged by Mubarak's refusal to step down. Organized the biggest demonstration yet in Cairo today.
Yeah, but today's happening. That's the other thing. Don't be confused. We're only at 6:25 right now.
Yeah.
Over there, it's 1:25 in the afternoon. Prime time to fucking yank his ass out of the palace. Let's go.
They do stay up late though. These people, don't they?
Like you.
They're very late people.
You would do well in Egypt.
I know. Be great.
Fucking
no, but they get up early too. That's
one guy I saw this morning had a guitar and he was doing like a Bob Dylan kind of protest song.
Was he?
I think
it's like Woodstock.
How could you tell? But I mean, I saw the guitar, I saw the people, so I'm thinking protest song.
Yeah. You see what they've done to their little
square?
The little square there?
It's a shanty town.
They've built a whole shanty town with bathrooms. And because I was wondering, I was like, that's a lot of fucking people to sit there to not be able to piss and shit somewhere.
Yeah.
But they built all kinds of bathrooms and tents where they're making food and sitting there singing Egyptian hippie music, I guess.
Kumbaya?
Kumbaya.
Are they doing a kumbaya?
I think they're doing a kumbaya. And but I don't know what. How does this end?
Kevin from Connecticut is claiming responsibility. Oh, it is Kevin. It was just retweeted by that other guy. All right, Kevin from Conn, C-O-N-N, did the Patrice bread Photoshop. Thank you, Kevin. Always a pleasure to get something from you.
So I see some violence happening at some point, but
today? Today's the day.
No, maybe not today.
Then it's not happening.
But then what, do they all go home?
Yeah, because I think they work on weekends. I'm not even joking.
That's a great gig.
I think they get Fridays off.
But no one's got any jobs, and all the labor union joined the protesters, so no one's working.
You're getting the bigger demonstrations on Fridays because everyone's off. And then you got the people that are sort of still responsible, like, fuck that, I got to go to my pyramid-making job.
You think there's a big industry in pyramid making?
I have a feeling they're still building pyramids. We just don't know about them because the new pyramids... who wants to see a new pyramid? You want to see something that's been there forever.
See the old ones.
Of course.
Although no one's going to see them. They're saying that tourism is so down because who the fuck is going to travel there unless you're Indiana Jones at this point?
No, if you have dark skin, you could get around there.
Yeah, you think you get away with it?
Yeah. That's the curse of being as white as I am. I can't go anywhere.
You can't go overseas anywhere.
If you got darker hair and your skin's a bit olivey, you could go anywhere in the world, and no one's going to fuck with you.
You have to just claim Canadian.
Right.
You have to say you're a hockey player from Canada.
I'm too pink, man. And borderline ginger.
Yeah, if anything got fucking hijacked, you would be the first one to be like, passport. And you'd be like, oh, here it is. Here's my nice blue American passport.
Right. I could barely leave the Upper West Side without problems. I'm so fucking white. Oh, it's beautiful to be white.
White. And
the color of God.
It's just like Jesus.
Yeah. So I don't know. That's how we start today. More frustration from this TV watcher.
Yeah.
Because we're not getting the big finale to this fine TV show.
I think maybe around 5-ish their time. I'm thinking like duskish when because Molotov cocktails aren't very impressive during the day.
Oh man, the night footage.
The night footage.
You see some fires and
stuff.
stuff.
Yeah, when they start throwing fire,
you think
that's pretty good.
Wait, you know what? How about this? Do they sleep late? So maybe they're just starting their days.
That's a lot of people.
Day.
They were out there already with their prayers.
I know,
and stuff.
but maybe they're just kind of warming up, having their Egyptian coffee.
I
learned there's something called Egyptian coffee.
What is that?
I don't know.
It's like rocks. Everything's just made of rocks.
I'm thinking it might be
They're like the
a bit on the muddy
Flintstones.
side.
They're like the Flintstones over there. Everything's just made of rocks.
So maybe they get up late and they're just kind of like warming up in the square.
Oh, I can't hurl one rock before I have my Egyptian coffee. Right. Wow.
I would assume Egyptian coffee fucking makes your dick stand up.
Oh, I bet that is
holy shit.
Fucking energetic shit, man.
I would imagine, man.
You could hurl plenty of rocks after swigging that shit down.
It's got to be some kind of espresso fucking...
It's just strong. You probably chew it. There's coffee grounds in there. Something tells me their filters aren't very good.
No. They probably use their hand. Oh, look at the Google image of the Egyptian coffee.
Yeah.
Wow. I wouldn't mind trying that.
I think that's what like Indy and Belloc were drinking when they were having a meeting in that restaurant.
It's bubbly.
Yeah, it's so brown.
It's brown.
That looks like oil. It looks like they're just drinking oil.
It really does. So...
Oh, those Egyptians.
President ain't leaving. Everyone in the world completely shocked. They thought they were going to have a different outcome yesterday. The vice president trying to calm everyone down.
Yeah.
They don't want the vice president. They don't want Mubarak. But once again, because we know more than anybody else, there's a problem. There's no one stepping up is what's delaying this whole thing.
And that's the vacuum that the Muslim Brotherhood are waiting to fill.
Right.
They're sitting back. And they're saying that they are a very open, liberal. They're not fanatics. Yet former members do include Osama bin Laden and some pretty hardcore terrorists. They vow to go to war with Israel. Killing Jews is one of their favorite sports. And they're just sitting there waiting for a time to step in.
Yeah. Well, you got to have a second guy before you start your revolution.
Yeah.
That's where they made the mistake, the Utes of Egypt.
Fidel Castro during the Cuban Revolution.
You knew he was the second guy.
He was the guy.
Or the guy that was waiting in the wings.
Yeah.
They don't have anyone waiting in the wings, and I think that's the biggest problem here.
That's the problem.
Let me ask you a quick question. And how you lean politically, I understand. But the answer will be fine enough. Like, if there was a revolution in America, who's the second guy? Who's the guy in the wings going, you know what? Obama's got to go, and everyone's going to rally behind me.
Yeah, yeah.
There's at least a few guys you would kind of, like, think about.
Yeah.
Right off the top of your head.
There is. You'd have to have, like, a Mitt Romney.
A Mitt Romney, you would think?
There.
Could maybe rally the troops if things got really bad in America.
Yeah, shit like that. Maybe that young guy that was voted into up there in Massachusetts.
Oh, right. I forgot his name already.
Yeah, something.
What about a Boehner?
Maybe a Boner.
Yeah, what about the Boehner?
Yeah, Boehner. How about, he could just be like, I'll take over. I left Dayton, Ohio with 2 bad knees. And
he
dreamed to be the president. Dream came true.
No one makes it great about Boner's crying.
Boner.
He just looks like a guy that should never cry. That's what makes it so great.
So when you see that lip quivering,
you're like,
wow.
He looks like a man's man.
Oh, yeah.
He's smoking and drinking and slapping broads. Like, he doesn't look like the type of guy that would cry so easily.
No.
That's why it's so much fun.
Or how about we get old Chris Lee to step up there?
Chris Lee.
He could take a shirtless picture.
Chris Lee rules.
That shirtless picture up on signs in the crowd. Yeah, with his little arm.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be good. He could step right in.
Invalid 216 on Twitter. He writes, they've been in the state of emergency for over 30 years.
Yeah, well, yeah.
So that's what they're talking about. So the state of emergency has just become their lives. It means nothing.
It doesn't mean anything.
If they take that away, what does that mean?
I don't know.
They're throwing rocks and doing whatever the fuck they want. Look, there's cars on fire. There's
this crowd can't just stand
here's the headline.
here.
Anger reverberates.
And then what?
Yeah, what does that mean?
Then what happens?
You can't just stand around being angry. You got to do something with that anger.
You know what this is like? This is like watching The Sopranos, and shit was like going to happen, and then they'd go to Tony in Melfi's office.
Yeah.
And you're like, there's fucking 10 minutes left in the show. Stop with the fucking Melfi's office.
Are you telling me the Journey song is going to start any moment now?
Fucking the
and this
Journey
thing's
song
going to fade to
starts,
black?
I'm going to be pissed.
Fuck. They even flew Anderson Cooper back.
Yeah.
Because they thought it was going to be a big day.
Oh, my God. Friday of Martyrs, they say, is today.
What does that mean?
They call it Friday of Martyrs.
All right, when is it? When?
Where are the martyrs?
It's 1:30 over there now. When?
I like also
and look,
how...
now they're having a tug of war.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, that's a commercial?
Yeah.
Oh.
I liked how Mubarak was also saying he will prosecute. They were saying persecute, but prosecute the people that caused the bloodshed and injury.
Oh, really?
In the square during this course of these protests. He was very angry with that. And they will be prosecuted. And meanwhile, it's like, that was you.
Yeah, you did all that.
See, that was you motherfucker.
You basically told them to run over the people.
Yes.
And I love, he's saying only 15 protesters have died.
Yeah.
And the human rights organization over there saying at least 300.
Yeah.
At least.
They ought to get that Baghdad Bob guy to speak for him.
Oh, fuck
remember
yeah.
him? Remember the guy that was like, no, we still control the airport. The Americans came in, but we pushed them back. And meanwhile, there's just cargo planes flying into the airport, dropping off more American troops. We have pushed them back and taken care of them. Baghdad Bob, that was his name, right?
Well, like the best part. Yeah,
great.
You see all hell going on right behind him as he's trying to tell people everything's under control.
Everything's fine. Don't worry. I'm glad they never did anything to him.
Little info. When? Question mark. After prayers, 2 p.m. Cairo time.
Are you shitting me?
Could you look that up? Are they have to pray until 2 and then maybe
that's almost now.
Oh fuck. Oh, we might have good
keep
news.
These TVs on.
Let me go to Road Dog. Maybe he knows a little more on this.
Let's see this show.
Road Dog, what's up?
Yeah, morning, boys.
Good morning.
Yeah, they just can't rush in there because Mubarak has got his own army. It's called the Republican Guard, just like
Saddam
had.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so even if they get by the army, they're gonna have to get through.
I'm not saying it's gonna be easy, like they're just gonna walk down a hall to his bedroom. It's gonna be a nightmare for people.
Oh, no doubt.
But what else are you gonna do? And I think at that point, I think some of the military goes, all right, let's do this.
Yeah,
I really do. I think the military is very torn right now.
Yeah,
they're sticking together, but it seems like there's some cracks. Seems like it's slightly
some chinks in the armor, as they call it.
A little bit. I think it's a little unstable.
Some chinks in the armor.
But what do I know? I'm not on CNN. I'm on a dopey fucking satellite radio channel.
Oh, I do keep calling the at sign an ampersand.
What?
It's not.
What?
I keep calling the at sign the ampersand. That's the and sign.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, well, there you go.
It sounded good, though.
Problem solved.
But it sounded good.
All right,
You could stop persecuting me
sir.
now. Thank you. Sorry. I'm making a mistake. What are you going to do? Sorry, Mike.
Hey, get me an Egyptian. If you're Egyptian, call.
Why they kick me and punch me?
Do you pray until 2?
Is that what they do? Pray until 2?
Pray until 2?
I have no idea.
That would be weird. All peaceful praying, and then at 2 o'clock, it's like, all right, let's get our fucking angry faces on. And
they don't look like they're praying.
I thought they were supposed to. Don't Muslims pray like 5 times a day? But it's not like
after
an
every
abundance.
meal. I have no idea.
Time. I think it's just like a 10,
like a quick
10-minute thing or something.
Face Mecca and
another thing I was thinking of, because I was seeing a lot of Muslims praying in the last few weeks on TV.
Yeah,
they must have great backs.
Oh, to be able to stretch like that, nice.
My lower back is in horrible shape from years of caddying and being an athlete.
Yeah,
I think I might have to be Muslim, man,
just to fix your back.
Well, because in rehab and stuff, I'm doing yoga poses, and I feel like I'm doing some praying.
Yeah.
I would imagine they never have a stiff back. They're stretching that back out every fucking day, 5 times a day.
They carry yoga mats around with them all the time so they could just do their prayers wherever they go, whenever.
Well, I tweeted that picture a few weeks, it's probably about a month ago. But that was the first time in all these years.
Cabbie?
All these years living in New York City, it was the first time I actually saw a cabbie pull over. I thought he was picking someone up. He gets out of his car, his cab. It's fucking freezing. It's already December.
Yeah.
Throws the mat down, the rug, whatever you call it, and starts praying.
Yeah.
I never saw that before in all my years in New York City. I knew it happened.
Yeah.
But this guy, and it was a busy street downtown. I forgot which one. It might
I've
have been
seen
Broadway
that before.
or something, or 7th.
That's hardcore.
It is, right?
Yeah.
Because don't they try to find maybe more of a private place, private area where people aren't going to gawk?
Yeah.
And I'll tell you one thing, man. They got to figure it out because no one was messing with this guy. I mean, no one.
Oh, yeah?
And I'm certainly not the toughest New Yorker. You know New York has some tough people. Not one fucker walking by said a word to this guy.
Why, was he a big guy or?
I don't know. I think it's just intimidating to see a guy come out of his cab and start fucking praying to Allah.
Oh, I got a ball. Oh, I got a ball. Yeah, I also think you don't want to be called out for a hate crime. The second you say something bad, it's like, I hate crime.
I'm not saying like go all in hate crime, but
Hate crime.
But I saw nothing but respect from people walking by. You know, they were just like, fuck, let's get out of this area.
I'm thinking dusk. Right around dusk.
Dusk.
Yeah, they're going to send like the children home.
You think he's even in the palace at this point?
They were saying that whole thing was pre-recorded.
So it gave him time to go somewhere else.
I think
and you got to think he's got some places to go, right?
Yeah, I think he smuggled his ass out of there. And
he's in another part of Egypt.
Still in Egypt, but he's probably deep within the pyramids. The Great Pyramids.
How cool would that be?
He's down there just talking to a mummy. What do I do? Pharaoh, what did you do when Moses came and took your slaves? You were bummed. They wanted change. He's just fucking... He's got his hand on the mummy's head like fucking... Like the gimp. Yeah, he's just tapping the mummy's head like Zed was fucking flipping his fingers on the gimp's head. He's like, what do I do? What do I do, mummy? Help me out here.
Do you feel it in your bones, though? Like, come on.
Do something.
And it's Friday. I don't want to be in front of my TV, you know, when I could be doing something.
I know. Well, I'm going to have this on now the whole time. And
Right.
if something doesn't start happening when we're here, I'm going to drive home. And then I'm going to turn this on, and that's that.
All right. Well, there it is.
Thank God it's Friday, though. I should fucking put that on a bumper sticker. Because
it would do well.
Because now I could just go home and obsess over this and sit in front of the TV for the entire weekend. Doesn't the other guy that was with Zed look like Billy Mays?
Well, I was going to say, it looks like the guy from American Pickers.
The American Pickers guy or Billy Mays?
A little bit.
I'm Billy Mays for anally raping big black guys.
I like Billy Mays a little better.
Billy Mays for the ball gag.
You have ass blood all over your khakis. You need some orange clean.
If you're pretty far from okay, you might need this samurai sword. And comes with a free pair of pliers and a blowtorch. Just pay separate shipping. I'm Billy Mays. He does. He's fucking Billy
He
Mays.
certainly is. And a little Kevin Smith, we've said over the years, right?
Yeah, just a little bit there.
A little bit.
He looks like he's tapping the gimp's head.
Hey, did you watch? Oh, you didn't have time to watch Catfish?
Billy Mays.
That's Billy Mays.
No, not yet. I was in town, as they say. You live here, so you just say I was here,
Right.
or I was.
You were in town.
I say I'm in town, or I'm in NYC.
And I know the hardcores know why you were in town.
Of course.
But save it for everybody else after the break. Because
Oh,
we
yeah.
don't. We want to take our time with what you did last night.
I'll just give you a little hint. It was fabulous. It was fabulous.
Nice. Nice. We'll have a full report after the break. Full report. No, Catfish, our dumb discussion where me and Danny were kind of whispering and Jimmy was involved yesterday turned a lot of people on to Catfish.
A lot of people.
And a lot of people
yeah.
checked it out yesterday. I was reading the old Twitter, and people. This is what's so funny about Twitter. All right, you throw a movie out there you liked, okay, and then you get one or two people going. Seriously, one or two people going. This what a waste of fucking time. Thanks a lot. Who the fuck would ever watch that movie? And then, you know, if you took an overall reading of the Twitter, most people really enjoyed it because it was different.
Yeah.
And that's all I could say for now.
Yeah.
And they have their theories, and they're discussing it. Is it real? Is it fake? If it was real, how much of it is real? Blah, blah, blah.
I'm definitely watching it.
But then you get the guy who's he wants to talk for the whole world.
Yeah.
Worst movie ever. I can't believe you suggested that.
Yeah.
No one likes this movie. I read that a lot. No one likes this movie.
No one.
No one.
It's like, well, a lot of people like
You
it,
didn't
or
like
at least
it.
talking about it.
Which is fine. It's fine if you didn't like it. But other people definitely liked it. Wow, that is Billy Mays.
Danny just did the side-by-side of Billy Mays and the guy that was with
Holy shit, is that
Zed
close?
in the pawn shop, I guess.
Is there a Billy Mays picture where he looks a little serious? That's the only thing that fucks it up, because Billy Mays was always smiling because he knew how much fucking money he was bringing in.
I love that pawn shop they get into in fucking Pulp Fiction. They ought to have that pawn stars. It's like, so ball gag. What do you want to do? Pawn this? Sell it?
Yeah.
I'd like to sell it. It was used in a large black man's mouth as he was being anally raped.
I mean, it looks like a nice ball gag. I'm not an expert on ball gags. Let me call a buddy of mine.
He'll come in.
He's an expert on ball gags. We'll bring him down here, and then we can figure out the value.
All right. Sounds fair enough. So you're saying this was actually used on Marcellus Wallace? Do you have any verification of that?
Well, at an auction, something like this could go for anywhere between $300 and $400. Okay. Thanks. How much do you want for it? $300-$400. Can't do it, buddy. That's auction prices. I'll give you a quarter.
I'll give you a quarter for it. That's all I can do.
I mean, if you want to wait 3 weeks to get paid.
Yeah, they always say that. I love it. Because this thing, I would value it at anywhere between $5,000 and $8,000. All right, what do you want for it? $8,000. Guys, no, I'll give you $500.
Well, I can't go that high. I'll give you $2 cash money.
All right, look, I got to play blackjack.
And then the guy walking out, well, I got more than I expected.
I was expecting $1.
I wanted $800, but I'm walking out of here with $2. I'm still happy.
That guy really is a motherfucker, and I understand he's got to make his money and shit, but he motherfucks people for the value of shit.
I think that the pickers fuck people more because
really
they'll haggle and argue over what amounts to a few dollars when they know they're gonna restore it and flip it and make hundreds back. So it's why are you arguing with some fat lady over $5
in a barn somewhere for a gasoline sign?
$5
from the 30s.
Seriously, because after all said and done, you're gonna make $200 off that item. So just shut the fuck up.
But all those little friggin' haggling dollar here, dollar there. I think it adds up.
Yeah. Well, it doesn't add up enough to buy 2 separate hotel rooms for those guys when they're traipsing all over the country.
Something tells me they could afford them if they wanted to. Those little hotel rooms.
Why be alone when you could have a companion?
You see them talking as just one twin bed in the middle of the room.
It gets cold in Iowa, right?
Yeah, body heat.
Well, we don't know, guys. We don't know.
I don't know what's going on there.
We don't know what's going on with those two.
I probably should have saw them where I was last night.
Before the break, and then we're going to get into what Anthony did last night, certainly after the break. I'm embarrassed for myself today.
Show.
Oh, certainly. I got to say, I think I get influenced when someone invites me to a special screening of a movie.
Really?
And I have to officially say it.
And you what?
You know this movie, Just Go With It?
Of course.
It's the Adam Sandler, Jennifer Aniston movie. You see the commercials all over the place.
It's the rom-com of the month.
So Roland goes, you want to see Just Go With It? I'm like, not really. And this is the real conversation. I go, I don't really want to see this. He goes, well, if you see the movie, then we'll get some of the guys from the movie to come in. I'm like, well, that's cool, because there's some big stars in this movie.
Big stars.
Who wouldn't want to talk to Jennifer Aniston? Who wouldn't want to talk to Adam Sandler, right?
Johnny Fontaine.
So I go to the screening in the Sony building. It's like, I don't know, it's way up in the fucking sky. You're looking down on the street, and you're in this beautiful fucking movie theater that
Is that the one you got to take 800 escalators to get up to the fucking theater?
All right, you've been there.
I've been there.
We go there every once in a while. It's not a movie theater for the public, which is just amazing to me. It's this beautiful room for idiots like us and reviewers.
Every time I go to that theater, it reminds me of that Bugs Bunny where Bugs was coming out of his hole, and he was on that elevator thing.
It goes sideways?
And it kept going sideways and then up. And
as he's trying to get above ground.
That's how I feel when I'm going to that goddamn theater. You got to make so many turns and twists and elevate up.
You're right. And then it only fits, I don't even think it fits 100 people. It probably no, it doesn't fit 100 people because the seats are huge and they go all the way. It's just an amazing place.
Nice.
It's probably like 50 people could be in there. And every time we go, there's maybe 10.
Yeah.
They're showing the movie for like 10 of us. So I see the movie with Roland and I go, I'm not a rom-com guy at all, but I'll sit through a rom-com every once in a while, you know?
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, okay, for what it is, this movie was really good. Really good. Yeah. And then we had Brooklyn Decker come in because I saw the movie.
Very pretty girl.
And the Nick guy, I can never pronounce his last name. Very funny dude.
Yeah.
Nick Swartzen, right?
Ah.
He came in and gave us great radio. So in that way, it was worth it. So then I open up the papers today. We were supposed to get Adam Sandler. I don't know what happened with that. Whatever.
Oh, I'm busy today. Let me sing a song about it. I'm so busy today. I can't come back because I'm busy today.
So I open up the morning papers, and of course it's movie review day.
Yeah.
The first one I see, it says Jen's bomb-com, a no-go.
A bomb-com.
They're calling it a bomb-com, Roland.
Great. A bomb-com.
They're calling it a bomb-com.
Thank God our translators. I've learned a lot about translators from Fedor and from watching the speech, the Mubarak speech. And Opie apparently speaks fluent Roland. Because a lot of people can't understand Roland.
Oh, yeah.
We touched on this yesterday. Roland can talk to me sometimes.
Danny said the same thing.
And I got to be honest, sometimes I have no idea what you're saying, Roland.
You just got to pick up on.
I don't know.
You got to pick up on key words. You can't listen to the whole sentence.
And Danny does a good kind of impression of it.
Roland,
but I don't understand sometimes.
I have a problem too, and like Roland's funny, and Roland likes to be funny all the time.
Yes.
So there'll be sometimes at meetings or whatever that we have to have where it's just kind of a serious setting, and then Roland will chime in, and all of a sudden you just hear. And you're just like, and then because now I've learned to just go, okay, and I'll just keep going.
Yeah, I'm like,
but in all reality, I have no clue. More than half of what Roland says, I don't know.
And
I don't
think
know.
that's why sometimes guests walk through this door and we go, we never said yes to this guy. And it's like, apparently we did when Roland went, and I go, oh, yeah. And it's like we just booked somebody.
And we did notice, though, this is something that has gotten worse over the years because we've known Roland for a long time now.
And I used to understand Roland.
I used to understand Roland, too.
Well, he's a little weak. He's not eating as much. He's juicing his ass off trying to lose a few pounds.
Are you juicing?
So I think he's
sad.
I think he's feeling sad and very, very lightheaded.
Are you juicing at your ass, too? Because I think when you juice, it's like really bad, right?
It is bad.
It is bad. I understand that.
Did you have a juice this morning?
No, I'm going to have for lunch and dinner. My juicer broke, so I have to buy it now, Generations.
You have to buy another juicer?
Well, I think it's a sign from God to stop.
You just said, I have to buy a Now Generations.
Yeah, but I understood
what is that? What does it mean? What does that mean?
He needs to buy a new juicer. That's it.
I have to buy a Now Generations. I don't know what that is.
His juicer broke. I could speak to Roland, and he just has to get another one. That's all.
He's lying again.
He's lying again?
Yeah, he's lying. He juiced for 2 days.
No, I juiced.
You're not juicing anymore?
No, I am.
He
I did it for dinner.
did tell me that he eats a regular lunch and he juices breakfast and dinner.
Yeah?
But I see him. He doesn't juice for breakfast anymore.
Oh, shit.
I had one bagel.
Oh.
Ooh. Why don't you have some audio?
Oh, shit.
Our screening calls.
Shit. Yeah.
What's your book, Adam Sandler?
Oh, damn.
I would, but he got burned out from Radio Row. That's the sore subject here.
Radio Row. That's a source I
So-
had here.
No, it's a sore subject.
I get it, too. I
Adam
understand.
Sandler did a
Roland.
lot of radio interviews, and he's burnt out on the radio
Yeah,
thing.
so-
I don't
And then
buy
he
that,
said,
by the way.
That's a sore tear.
The sore subject here.
Sore subject.
See, I didn't hear
here.
that. I didn't hear
He
that.
said sore here.
I didn't. That's a sore tear.
I know this shit.
Like a sore tear.
Yeah, so if you want to talk to Sam, he's available now.
I work here.
Do not call Rob that. That's rude. Jesus, Sam.
What?
Don't call Rob. Don't call Rob that.
See what I mean? How Roland always tries to be funny, like no matter what.
No.
I understand what Roland is saying, but sometimes he does come up with stuff that you just have to process for a second, and then you figure out where he's coming from.
Sometimes I look at him and I think maybe like I need a hearing aid or something because I swear I'm not catching this.
Hey, why don't you go crash your car?
Yeah, but that's because it's two things. It's either something you never thought to insult someone with, or something that's so horribly inappropriate that you would say,
Yes.
there's no way he could be saying that.
One of my favoriteest ever Roland things now is, what do you say whenever E-Rock keys up his mic in the little office there?
Me want food.
me want food.
That's Roland when you hear it.
And the best part about that is that it's a bigger, fatter guy doing it.
It doesn't matter. It's hysterical. And it's so background, but you hear it. Oh, it's great.
E-Rock's not even close to being the fattest person around here, but he gets the most abuse for it. It's just amazing.
They're calling Opie, Kevin from Connecticut is calling Opie the Roland Whisperer.
Yeah, thank you.
You are the Roland Whisperer.
But Roland, you do like rom-coms. You openly admit you like rom-coms.
I love
Did
this
you
one.
like this movie?
I love that one.
So, getting back to my thing, right? So I'm thinking,
thing.
this is a pretty good movie, some good laughs, blah, 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 for a rom-com, and Brooklyn Decker's good to look at. Yeah, I could fucking promote this movie. We had the guys in. So then, like I said, open up the paper. The first review, Jen's Bomb-Com, a no-go. And then this paper gives it a half a star.
Oh, boy. A half a star?
It says don't go, because the movie's, of course, called Just Go With It.
And it says
don't go.
Big
Aniston
warning.
and Sandler reach new lows in Rom-Bomb.
Rom-bomb.
They're basically saying this is a stinker. And I'm sitting here thinking it's an all right movie. So I think I get influenced when the fucking Sony people go, come on, sit in our nice theater and watch our product.
Maybe they're pumping nitrous through the
I don't know what it
I went
is.
to go see Hall Pass last night at the Warner Brothers Theater.
Yeah.
It's on the bottom floor, nice, luxurious.
Yeah, how'd that go?
It was funny.
Was it?
Oh, yeah.
Did you understand? He said luxurious.
Oh, yeah.
You understood he said
I understood
Okay, you got that one?
luxurious. Yeah,
You
I got
did get that one?
Yeah,
It came out as luxurious. They had Skittles.
Oh, yeah.
Did you juice them?
Exactly.
He's juicing Skittles.
Roland, that's not on your juice
That would be
diet.
hysterical.
Is it
Roland's just juicing Milk Duds and Skittles and just drinking the fucking
Buffalo chicken sandwiches.
You just make believe the green ones are broccoli?
Yeah, fuck it.
Buffalo chicken's healthy. Chicken and sauce.
Oh,
Yes, chicken and sauce.
that's what my dad said when he was living off one artery at the end of his life.
Oh, my
Chicken wings
God.
are healthy. It's chicken. I'm like,
It
all right.
is.
You know
Ever
what?
see him make them?
Enjoy your fucking life.
That-
what am I going to
That
do?
spicy shit is coated on there with pure butter.
Right. And
It's wonderful.
And do we have to say that the chicken skin is the worst?
Chicken skin's
once
on
again,
there, and it's
worst
the
thing
fatty.
you could eat?
It's the legs, which are the fattiest part.
How about the part where they fry it for like 15
Exactly.
minutes in oil?
Yeah, that's
Exactly.
another.
It's natural.
How many calories and fat grams in one lousy order of chicken wings?
No, this was a
Ain't no thing
skinless
but a
grilled.
chicken.
The skinless and grilled.
Skinless grilled chicken wings.
Drenched in buffalo sauce.
Well, yeah.
Which is
Extra
great.
sauce to dip.
Yeah.
Which is
dipping-
made with
dipping sauce.
butter, but that's fine.
Yeah, that's wow. That's great.
So,
Let's chicken wings.
Well, I think it's obvious that the problem is that the wrong people are doing the reviews, and that we should have more people like Roland, or maybe Roland himself, doing these reviews.
I mean,
That's true.
Roland he knows his rom-com. So we should go to Rotten Tomatoes, but what's wrong, Danny? You saw the calories?
Yeah,
it's ridiculous.
People go to Buffalo Wild Wing. I've been there a couple of times.
Can I say, over the years, I've heard that one lousy little order of chicken wings is the same as eating an entire pizza.
Wow.
Really?
Really?
Yeah, eight slices.
Not half as pleasurable, though.
But what do you got on this, Danny?
Pizza rules.
Where do you want to start? Calories or sugar or protein or sodium?
Buffalo chicken pizza. You ever have that?
Hell
Where they
yeah.
take buffalo
Hell
chicken wings
yeah.
and put it on a fucking pizza?
I was very
Your ranch on top.
I was very hesitant to try that, and I just tried it recently, and it was
And
really
it's
good.
shit. You know what else is really good? Fucking ziti pizza.
Oh, yeah.
Like with the ricotta. They put that on there and fucking like that, and you lift it up. You can't even eat it like a pizza. You need a knife and a fork, and you're so full
All right.
and weighed down after.
Here we go. Go ahead on the chicken wings.
Well, if you get an order of 12 wings
12?
At Buffalo Wild Wings,
You're
looking at
is that your appetizer?
That's warm up.
well, Roland,
no one eats just 12. If you're eating wings,
No, you're going.
yes.
Roland's warm-up consists of 600 calories and 360 from fat.
Wow.
40 grams of fat, which is 62% of your daily.
Wow.
I still have 40% left.
120% of your cholesterol.
Look at that.
It's not a game show where you're trying to get 100 of everything.
Look at the cholesterol. 120%.
120%
On one
of
order,
your
and
cholesterol.
most people laugh at 12. They'll go 20 easy.
150% of your sodium.
Holy
150% of your sodium and
56 grams of sugar, which is like it's like having a liter of cola.
I don't want a liter of cola.
Wow. Well, you could have a large farva, but it's still going to be 56 grams of sugar.
I don't want a large farva. I want a liter of cola.
What about protein?
56 whole grams.
56 grams of protein, Roland?
That's good.
That is amazing.
That's a lot of protein.
That you know what, the sodium and cholesterol level being well over 100% for each of your daily is crazy. And that's just 12.
That's 12.
And usually you're going to have at least 24.
And hang on, that's also, I think that those numbers are dry, no sauce.
Holy shit.
Yeah, because then you could get the sauce.
Ooh. All right,
That's just the wings.
Oh my God.
No.
Yeah.
Do you got numbers on the sauce?
Kind of, sort of. Like, it says here, like, the spicy garlic sauce, it says 25 calories, but I don't know what that means. I don't know if that means the whole thing they give you, or if, like, what they're saying is, like, a dip of sauce. I don't know what their measurements are, so I don't know what that 25 calories means.
And who doesn't fucking eat that sauce? Like, you sponge it up.
Oh, yeah, you dip it in there.
Sponging.
Yeah, I mean, don't you have to, like, order extra sauce, like, every 5 seconds?
Yeah. that little cup they give you, that's not enough.
You do shots of sauce.
You got shots.
So, I'm embarrassed that I was promoting this movie there, Roland.
It shouldn't be.
I
A
think,
1/2-star movie, and you were
like
fucking...
I said, I think when they treat me nice, my brain goes somewhere else, and I think I'm seeing like a fucking
You thought it was
Oscar
Citizen
winner.
Kane.
Yeah, exactly.
The way you're talking about
This
it.
movie is shit.
I don't think so. With stars like Brooklyn Decker and Nick Swartzen, how could it not
Hey,
be funny?
I'll still
Brooklyn
say
Decker.
she
Wow.
looked amazing.
Yeah.
Not a bad actress, and Nick was funny in the movie.
Yeah.
There you go.
You know what I was given a copy of yesterday? That fucking Maxim with Michelle Trachtenberg on the cover. Dude, she has fucking just turned
Blossomed.
unbelievably, awesely hot.
Yeah.
That new
That picture of her with her fucking tits. And that's an early picture. She's gotten better than when she was in the bikini in that movie.
She was one of the judges when I was on Nickelodeon, but she was much younger.
No way. When you
Yeah.
flipped that fucking coin
Yeah.
off your ankle,
Wow,
she was there.
one of the judges.
She was like 14.
Damn, look at that.
Look at that
Fucking
fucking. Just fucking looks great. God,
That's a really nice pick.
that's a hot little Jew.
She
It really is.
she a Jew?
Oh,
The Jew.
Jew me. That's what I say.
right.
Nice.
Look at her with her red lips and her fucking cleavage and her fucking ass.
Look,
Titties.
Fucking tits.
we're stalling.
Vagina, too.
Her
Yeah.
vagina. She has a vagina under there.
Laying on the big lips
Oh,
couch.
yeah. Who has she been known to a cohort with? Do you know, Roland? You're in that entertainment thing.
No.
Who's she been spotted with fucking? Who's fouled her?
She hasn't really been out that much.
Yeah, exactly.
She did a thing with
Matter.
a movie with James
no way that pussy
Vanderbeek.
stinks. No way that pussy smells like. Let me think. What's the sweetest thing? Like
Cotton candy.
Cinnabon.
Cinnabon.
Like when you're walking and you're like
Nice.
or when you're walking in Epcot and you pass by the cinnamon nut vendor, and it's just sugar and cinnamon. That's what that pussy smells
Happiness.
Why?
like. Happy. It probably tastes like it too.
Really?
There might be something wrong then.
You think there she might be diabetic?
Yeah, it's
if
horrible.
If it tastes like sugar and cinnamon.
Yeah,
I mean,
it shouldn't
it's
smell
not,
like
It's not
that.
supposed to smell bad, but I don't think it's supposed to smell
There's
like
no way it should smell like cinnamon.
like frosting and sugar.
Oh, you know what it tastes like?
What?
It tastes like your mom's apple pie.
Oh, that is. I mean,
Sour.
delicious.
Tell
but-
your
but
mom
bad.
that I bet her apple pie tastes like Michelle Trachtenberg's pussy.
I'll see if she can make
That
a-
is such a compliment. By
Maybe
the way.
she can make like a pie crust shaped like a vagina next time.
She would do it. Too.
She would, yeah.
She would do it.
'Cause she did the
Just to keep us
leaves.
happy.
Oh.
Hey, you talk about a pussy smelling like Cinnabon?
Yeah.
I'm going to show you a pussy, my friend.
All right,
You want to see a good one?
please.
There you go.
Oh God,
Oh,
damn
that's
it!
awful.
Oh, what's wrong with that one?
Wait. Things
There's
on
something just hanging out of it.
That's a beautiful
what the
pussy
hell?
right there.
What is it?
No,
I
it's
can't look
not.
at that.
What? Look.
It looks like a brain.
It's got a thing on it.
It looks like a medieval mace is hanging out. that thing Braveheart smashed that guy's head with. Holy shit!
Well, it's
Disgusting.
all right, it's a little bit of a growth.
Ah,
How big is that? The growth looks like a grenade.
It's a softball.
Softball.
That's softball.
Just hanging from one of the lips.
What's wrong with that?
That's
hanging
horrible.
from one of the lips.
It just made me feel like yucky.
It's nice, right?
I went from Michelle Trachtenberg's apple pie pussy.
But think about it this way.
To a nicer pussy. Look at that.
No.
You can do a lot with that.
Yeah, cauliflower pussy. We have all kinds of pussy.
I bet nobody's touched that one, though, so that one probably also tastes like cinnamon, right?
That's right.
No.
That's
No.
right.
No, that's not Cinnabon
Cinnamon
pussy.
toast.
No.
All right, chop, chop.
Oh,
Chop, chop. We got to get to break because Anthony's got to talk about his night.
it was fabulous.
Fabulous.
We're going to get a full report next.
Yeah.
Going into break with another Oscar moment, a brand new one.
Oscar moment.
This is by far the best one so far.
Oh, really?
I've been liking these.
Yeah. This is a real
I've been
good
liking
one.
these. Why is this the best so far?
Because it's the funniest.
All right, let's just listen.
All right.
The Opie and Anthony Show proudly presents Oscar Moments, memorable scenes from Academy Award-nominated films. And now, here's Oscar.
Nominated for 8 Academy Awards, including Performance by an Actor in a Leading Role, Directing, and Best Picture. The Social Network, presented by Patrice O'Neill and Rich Voss.
Let me rephrase this. I sent my client 16 emails. The first 15, you didn't raise any concerns.
Is that a question?
In the 16th email, you raised concern about the site's functionality. Were you leading them on for 6 weeks or something?
No.
Then why didn't you raise any of these concerns before?
It's raining.
I'm sorry?
It just started raining.
Mr. Zuckerberg, do I have your full attention?
No.
Do you think I deserve it?
What?
Do you think I deserve your full attention?
I had to swear an oath before we began this disposition. Oh, wait, hold on. I had to swear an oath before we began this. Look, I had to swear an oath. I had to swear an oath before we began this deposition. I had to swear an oath before we began this deposition, and I don't want to perjure myself, so I have the legal obligation to say no.
Okay, no. You don't think I deserve your full attention?
I think if your clients want to sit on my shoulders and call themselves tall, they have a right to give it a try. But there's no requirement for me to enjoy sitting here listening to people lie. You have part of my attention, you have the minimum amount, and the rest of my attention is back at the office of Facebook, where my colleagues and I are doing things that no one in this room, including and especially your clients, are intelligently or creatively capable of doing. Did I adequately answer your condescending question? Now go fuck yourself.
Stay tuned for more Oscar Moments, presented by the Opie and Anthony Show.
Rob, bitch.